All right, I'm sitting down with head coach Mike Jones of the Lincoln football team, and coach, yeah, your first home game this week after spending the first 3 weeks, on the road. Second week you are at a neutral field. How excited are you, and how excited are the players to get in front of the home fans?
Excited. I mean, it's been a long time since we played at home. If you think about it, man, our last home game last year was at the end of October. So it's been a long time since we played a home game, and Dwight T. Reed and our guys are excited about that.
Well, the crowd, I think, at the Missouri Classic was almost like a home game. You had a lot of Lincoln fans who made the trip out there, and obviously there was a lot of excitement, a lot of energy coming from the fans. Are you expecting to see that on Saturday?
I hope so. Like I said, we got a lot of events going on. Hopefully we get a lot of local kids come here. I think it's Be Cool Rep Your School Day. So, we got a lot of different things going on. Hopefully we can get guys out to come out and support us.
Well, like you said, we are going to have a lot of kids there having a carnival beforehand and to take kids to the game day. And one of the things that Lincoln started doing was honoring local teachers. You did that last week, your first Teacher of the Week. How did that project get started?
Yeah, well, you know what? We talked to the quarterback club and Miss Kimna, and we thought it'd be a good thing. We had to get more kids involved locally and coming to Lincoln University. What better way than to honor one of their teachers and have them write about their teachers? So now it's all buy-in. You have a student write about their teacher, about how good of an educator they are, and then what we'll do is we'll have that teacher in that school. The teacher and her class or his class will bring the team out, so it's going to be a great event.
Well, I think in part because of the Grambling win, a lot of people are excited for this game, for be able to come out and see your team live. So just let's talk about the game. You got Pittsburg State this week. They're traditionally a very strong team, won a national championship a couple of years ago. And they started out 3-0. When you look at them on field, in footage, I know that it seems like they do a lot of things well, but what are a couple areas that you're going to be focusing on this week?
You know what? Their game is geared on offensively of running the football. Everything's set up by running the football. If they're able to run the football, they can run play action pass, they can do drop back, they keep you on your heels if they're able to knock you off the football. So what we have to do is we have to make sure we take care of the run first. They had some great football players over there, probably maybe two best football players in Division II football, John Brown and Nate Droughling. So we have to do a good job of making sure we know where those guys are. Where John is on offense, they move him around. They move him from running back to wide receiver. He plays quarterback at times in the Wildcat. So we got to make sure we account for him because he's a big play guy. Up front, they do a real good job of trying to knock people off the ball. So we got to make sure we do that. Make sure we get in our running lanes and know our run supports. Defensively, they're a team that just get after people. And if you look at the way they play, they line up with four guys up front, and they say, our four guys better than your five guys, and we're gonna get at them.
Well, it's going to be a big challenge then for your offensive line. Throughout this year, you've had, Morris Henderson, who's averaging 100 yards a game rushing. You've got, Jacob Morris, who's, one of the more efficient quarterbacks in the league. Talk a little bit about the offensive line and how they've been doing so far this year.
Our offensive line done a phenomenal job. You look at how well they play, as far as our running game. You look at where we are, average rush per game compared to where we were last year at this time. We're well over 200 yards a game rushing. Last year, I don't think we were at 70. So, we're doing a lot better job of getting on top of getting on people and hopefully moving them somewhat. So, it's going to be a great challenge for them. Like I said, the offensive line is excited to play Pittsburg State because they have guys that can really play up front, and it's going to be a great challenge for them, but I think they're looking forward to the challenge.
And then defensively, you talked a little bit about stopping the run, but who are some of the players that you're expecting to step up this week and really help you against Pittsburgh State?
Well, like I said, John McCain, the young kid from the defensive end we have. Also Russell Faloga. Russell's done a good job. Russell. He's done a good job of playing and run. Last week we struggled. We had some problems against the option team, and I'm excited to see what we're going to do this week because they've had a good week of practice and, excited about playing a very talented team, Pittsburg State.
Well, when you have a game like last week where you're playing a triple option team that you're not going to face again all year, and you have a loss like that, how nice is it to be able to come home and play in front of your home fans and try and get that momentum back?
Well, it's good to come back home. We got to, when you have a good win like we did against Grambling State and then we have a bad loss like we had against Missouri Southern, the things you can learn from that is you have to learn how to get ready for your next opponent. and that's what we have to do. We haven't learned that yet. We know first week of the season, we had a tough loss. We bounced back and do a great job and win against Grambling State. Then we let the feeling linger too long. And that was my fault because I seen it happening. The guys want to enjoy a big win, but you have a 24-hour rule whether you win or lose. You got to clear, get everything clear, and get ready for your next opponent. So that's what we have to work on. Whatever happens, we play as hard as we possibly can. If we have a great outcome, enjoy it. If we have a bad outcome, you hope for a day, and then you get ready for your next opponent.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck this week.
Thank you.